Time for another physics principle. Take a look at these flying discs. I've got two flying discs. One's known as the frisbee, one's known as the aerobie. If I take these two flying discs and I throw them at the same speed, the same velocity, who votes the white one goes the furthest? Who votes for the yellow one? Think about it. Well, if you voted for yellow, you're right. Now, oftentimes when I say that, a kid will be super excited that he was or she was right. And I'm like, well, why were you right? Because it's not about the guess, it's about using science to figure out why. So we take a look, observation. Take a look at these two flying discs. The frisbee's got a big wide edge, whereas the aerobie has got a narrow edge. Well, when the frisbee's flying through the air, it hits the air. Friction with air is called drag, and drag slows things down. The aerobie is more aerodynamic. It cuts through the air, and as it cuts through the air, there's less friction. So that's one of the reasons this went further than this, aerodynamics. The other one is the distribution of mass. This one has got okay distribution. The edges are a little thicker, a little heavier on the outside, but the inside's there, and that's just slowing things down. Because this one has fantastic distribution of mass. All of the weight is on the outside edge. When you put the weight on the outside of a spinning object, you make it more efficient, you make it better. So this has decent distribution of mass. This has excellent distribution of mass. So, two reasons that the aerobie outflies the frisbee: distribution of mass and aerodynamics. And a little bit more about that distribution of mass. This right here is known as the PE Throton, designed for a physical education teacher to teach kids how to throw a football, because when you throw a football, you have to spiral. Turn it into a spinning machine. And if you look carefully at this Throton, the distribution of mass is on the outside. When the weight is on the outside of a spinning object, you make it more efficient, you make it better. Is that how football is made? Well, of course it is. This football, at least, has air on the inside. If there's air on the inside, where is all the mass? On the outside. So it makes it more efficient, makes it better. Tell you what, I have another opportunity for you guys to think about this and vote on it. Who thinks two spin tops? One's made of wood, one's made of plastic. Who thinks the wood one's going to spin the longest? And who thinks the plastic one's going to spin the longest? Normally when I'm teaching this in the school environment, it's about a 50-50 mix. People aren't sure. Well, here's the key. Something I didn't tell you. The wood one is a solid piece of wood. That's it, solid chunk of wood. Whereas the plastic one is actually hollow. So when you get up close, you can see that this top has nothing on the inside. If there's no weight on the inside, guys, where's the distribution of mass? On the outside. You put the weight on the outside of a spinning object, you make it more efficient, you make it better. So when you're doing spin top tricks, it's really nice to have the kind of spin top that's hollow, because all the weight will be on the outside, it'll spin longer. Speaking of spin top tricks, let's check them out.